So good evening, everybody. Being a Sunday, as usual, we meet here and we talk about health, how you can live a longer, healthier life. And today we are going to talk about women health. That's our main topic of the day. So if you give me a minute, we're going to get started right here. And this is a topic that is a very serious topic for many people, because the ability to conceive, the ability to get children is God-given. But for some people, for many of us, you find that we are not able to do that the natural way. You try for many times and you're not getting a baby. For some people, they're able to get children, but they have many other complications that are regarding their fertility health. Some people may be able to get children, but they have irregular menses. Some people have acne on their face, and all these things are hormonal related. Now, if not taken care of, this can lead to things like cancer, irregular mood swings, and stuff like that. So today we want to look at the whole issue of women fertility. My name is Fred Gichuki. Fred has been in the wellness industry for more than 20 years. In those 20 years, I've been able to deal with so many issues as regards fertility for women, and I've been able to assist so many people who've had a challenge of getting children. And I'm very proud to say that out there are more than 20 children whom I can call my own, in quotes, because were it not for the fact that I showed up and I shared this information I'm about to share with you, they probably would not be in this planet. So let's get started and see how we can be able to debunk this whole thing about women fertility. Now, first, let's look at what is infertility in women. It's actually the inability to conceive a regular or a prolonged period of sexual activity. And this affects quite a big percentage of the population. Infertility can be defined as a failure to conceive year or more of infertility. It is not just a problem for women. It affects both men and women. Today we are talking about infertility in women. Now, what are some of the causes of infertility for women? There are quite a number of causes. Damaged fallopian tubes is one of them. Ovaries failing to release eggs because of adhesions. Fibroids in the uterus. Endometriosis can also cause. Failure to ovulate due to hormonal imbalance caused by cystic treatments. Sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. Progesterone becomes imbalanced. Again, that's hormonal imbalance, which causes miscarriages. Failure of an egg to mature properly. That's also another issue. Overweight. That can also contribute to the children. A bad diet has excess cholesterol and carcinogenic foods will also stop you from conceiving. The use of skin lightening creams. You find that in the quest to look beautiful, some people believe that you have to look light to be beautiful. Though for us men, we believe that you'll find that men who love, they believe that black is beautiful. Some believe that when you're brown, you're beautiful. But you find that there are people who try to lighten their skins to look more beautiful, more appealing. And those chemicals usually contain mercury, which lodges in your ovaries and might cause ovarian failure. And this later can cause a failure in your kidneys. So skin lightening creams are no good if you want to conceive. Birth control pills, the methods that we use for family planning can be disastrous as far as conception is concerned, because the way they work is that they confuse your hormones. So your hormones are in balance. And when your hormones are imbalanced, for most of the methods that you use, whether it's an implant, whether it is the tablets that you consume on a monthly basis, they actually cause an imbalanced hormones in your body. And that means that you cannot conceive. But the other side effect is that the day you stop those tablets and you now want to conceive, it becomes almost impossible. And not to mention that these birth control pills also affect different areas, like they can cause high blood pressure and many other problems in the body. Autoimmune disorders, where the body's immune system attacks the normal body tissues, can also contribute to the inability to conceive. We are talking about rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's, lupus. So these are some of the causes, but let's break them down and see, just grade them and see what are the most common causes of infertility. And as you can see, there's a graph there. There's a pie chart that just gives you which ones are the most common and that kind of thing. And you can see that 40% of the people who are unable to conceive usually suffer from what we call ovulation disorders. And this can occur because of age, of course, though age is debatable, because if your diet is good and you're taking care of yourself well, you can actually conceive. Recently, I saw in the media a couple who conceived after 65 years of age. So age can be a factor, but that's, like I said, debatable. Diminished ovarian reserve, that is your eggs get diminished with time. One of the reasons can be poor diet, then too much use of contraceptives. So menopause kicks in earlier than is expected. Premature ovarian failure, endocrine disorders such as PCOS. Then we have tubal causes, that is a pelvic inflammatory disease, tubal surgery. If you've had a previous ectopic pregnancy, that can also contribute. Then we have uterine and cervical causes. We have congenital uterine anomaly. Fibroids are very, very common. And fibroids are largely hormonal, caused by hormonal imbalance. And people will want to go in for surgery and that kind of thing. But the challenge is being hormonal, and if the womb is idle, they tend to come back again. Rather take care of balance your hormones, and then the fibroids disappear. I'll be able to show you in a short while how you can be able to balance your hormones. Endometriosis, we've talked about that. Poor cervical mucus quality and quantity. Then unmanaged or untreated infections, which climb up and affect the cervix and the fallopian tubes. So these are some of the main causes of infertility. Now let's progress and see what are some of the natural solutions. What can you do to ensure that you're fertile enough, that you're able to conceive when you want without a problem? So the first thing that is important is cleansing your body. Yeah. A clean body is not only important for conception, but also for a healthy baby. It is suggested that both husband and wife, if you're trying to conceive and get children, then both husband and wife should engage in colon cleansing, liver, gallbladder, and parasite cleansing. Again, we have a solution that I'm going to share with you that can help you to cleanse your body so that in preparation for conception, or if you just want to avoid diseases like cancer and that kind of thing. Then having a healthy diet. Diet plays a huge role as far as conceiving is concerned. And I've seen many people who try to conceive, they're not able to, and they even go for things like IVF. But you find that if your diet is bad, whichever method you try to use of conception to conceive, you may not be very successful. diet plays a very, very important role. So, and when you talk about diet, you need to stay away from, you need to eat more plant-based diets, yeah? Eat more organic foods, avoid junk food, refined sugar, prepackaged, drink a lot of water, pure, clean water, yeah? And then you should also change your lifestyle habits. You find that some people have habits that actually prevent them from actually conceiving. Now, studies have shown that such habits as alcohol, tobacco use, and caffeine, too much caffeine, decrease the chances of getting pregnant. So you need to correct some of these bad habits. Now, what are some of the things you should eliminate from your diet? Number one, sugar. Sugar is highly addictive, and it is connected to ovulatory disorders, infertility, and hormonal imbalance. So if you can be able to cut out sugar from your diet, the better. Gluten. Gluten exacerbates or enhances autoimmune issues and causes inflammation. Yeah, it triggers celiac disease and digestive tract concerns. Then dairy, especially dairy milk products, milk and milk products, like we have them around. This one actually increase the tendency of getting a cyst and immune dysfunction. Now, dairy often contains steroids, antibiotics, and pesticides. You find that our cows are given a lot of antibiotics by the veterinaries. And in the quest of getting them to produce a lot of milk, they're always being given antibiotics. And this gets into you once you take the milk, and that can affect and imbalance your hormones. Something else I might mention here is the intake or the consumption of broiler chicken. When you take chicken that has grown within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because of steroids and all the things that they put in there, you find that those chickens are actually grow like that because of what we call hormonal engineering. And when that happens is that you find that you take that chicken and you keep taking it, you make it very frequent, you start getting hormonal imbalance. And that hormonal imbalance can lead to many things, including inability to conceive, not to mention things like cysts, and also, and if you do it for a very long time, it can also lead to breast cancer. So it's important to just be careful on what you are consuming as far as proteins are concerned. The other thing is corn. Most sweet corn is genetically modified. GMO is a no-go zone. It will definitely reduce your ability to conceive. Alcohol also messes you up. And one of the challenges of alcohol, especially if you want to conceive, is that when you take alcohol per se, and God forbid you become expectant, you find that many people don't realize they have conceived until they miss their periods. So you find that you probably conceived at the early in the month, but you've been taking alcohol. And the unfortunate thing is that the first cells that are made for the baby are the brain cells. And when you're taking alcohol, those brain cells can be damaged. So alcohol by itself is not that good if you are planning to get pregnant. So it is recommended that you minimize or you do away with it altogether. Caffeine may increase the risk of miscarriage and can contribute to adrenal fatigue. Okay. Now, the other thing that can help you to conceive is to ensure that you get plenty of restful sleep and daily exercise. It is important to deal with stress through relaxation, meditation, walks, getting a warm bath or massage and that kind of thing. Now, this kind of healthy living produces optimal health and gives all the body systems a chance to perform at their best, including the reproductive system. So reduction of stress. Again, we have a solution that helps you to deal with stress. And I'm going to share that in a short while. Then the use of natural nutritional supplements and herbs. Now, this is where we come in, because we do have natural and organic supplements that can actually help you to conceive, that has worked for many, many people. I know if you're here on this call, you're invited by somebody, and I can tell you the person who has invited you has a testimony or two of somebody who used our products and they worked for them in terms of conception. I shared at the beginning that I can confidently state that there are more than 20 people who are living today, more than that, much more than that, because I shared this product with their parents and who are struggling with conceiving, and they ended up getting children. So as you can see on the screen, there's a gentleman there called Jerry Brasfield. He's bald-headed with some two beautiful ladies next to him. One is a daughter, one is a wife. And this gentleman is called Jerry Brasfield, and he's the founder of Neolife International. And Jerry had a problem. He had asthma at a very early age. He used supplements, they worked for him, and he realized there was a gap here, and he realized he could help many other people if he became a distributor and started dealing with the supplements and giving people solutions for their health. And Jerry Brasfield proceeded to become a distributor, and that was the beginning of Neolife. Now, he partnered with what we call the Scientific Advisory Board, which is a board of scientists that was brought together by Dr. Arthur Fast. Arthur Fast was the number one toxicologist. He's late in the world. He's the man who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. Then he said, why should I wait for people to fall sick and give them a solution? Why can't I develop products that will prevent them from falling sick in the first place? And that's how he partnered with Neolife International, whose Neolife's main motto is to develop products that are natural, organic, based in nature, and backed by science. And those are reputable scientists whom you can see right there. And one of the things that we saw, or we can talk about here, and I've alluded to it a little bit, is that we don't eat the right way. If you look at those two pyramids, you find that the pyramid on the left shows you the way we eat. That is, we eat a lot of fats and sugars, a lot of proteins, very little in fruits and vegetables, and extremely little whole grains. Now, according to WHO, you should actually be eating based on the pyramid on your right. And that is, you should be, you control physical activity and weight management, then eat a lot of whole grains, a lot of fruits and vegetables, minimize on red meat especially. In fact, they recommend you take red meat 3 times a week, and a quarter kilo should be taken by 12 men. That's how little you should take it. Then fats and sugars, a teaspoon of fat and a teaspoon of sugar is enough for you per day. This is the ideal way that we should be eating. But you find that we eat the other way around. And that is why many people are not able to conceive. When your pyramid is facing downwards, then you cannot conceive. And Neolife has come up with a solution. It comes to bridge the gap between what you're eating and what you're supposed to eat, so that you can be able to function properly and you can be able to conceive without a problem. So let's get into it and see what are some of the products that you can take which can turn your pyramid the right way up, because it is hard to eat right. That's the truth. Sometimes the food is not available. Sometimes time does not allow. So many factors kick in. Even when you're eating food from the shamba, you find that the soils have been leached. They don't have the nutrients that you're looking for. Maybe you've been using fertilizers for too long. So there's all these factors. So how can one be able to get, or rather, how can one get the nutrients that they require so that they can be able to conceive without a problem? The first product that we recommend that is produced by Neolife, and this was the first ever supplement produced in the world, is called 3NN. 3NN. 3NN stands for 3-in-1. It's made from the lipids and sterols. And it's extracted from the wheat, rice, and soya. When you take 3NN, it helps to sort out your cells so that now your cell can be able to absorb nutrients and waste can be able to get out. And this is actually the work of whole grains. Now, if you're not getting enough whole grains, like most of us are not getting enough whole grains, you find that your cells become very tough and impermeable. Nutrients are not able to get in, waste is not able to get out, toxins accumulate, and this leads to fatigue. And that's why you find that even now, I'm sure there are people on the call who are watching this program and are finding it very hard to concentrate because they keep dozing off because their cells are tired. I have news for you. You need TNN, and you need TNN badly. Whether you want to conceive or not, or just for general health, TNN is not just for conception, it's for everybody. It's the first product we recommend for all conditions, anybody who wants to be fit, if you want your skin to look good, if you want to have more energy, if you want to balance your hormones, you need TNN. So this is a basic product that we all need to start with. Then we have another product called carotenoid complex. I mentioned the importance of fruits and vegetables. And if you take our carotenoid complex, within 20 days, you increase your immunity by 37% above normal. And that helps you to protect you against disease. And if you're struggling to conceive, this is a very important product to consider. I have encountered several people in my life who have used fruit juices to actually conceive. And this actually gives you a punch. It has 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. So when you take it, then you find that your body starts functioning the way God intended it to function. Another important product is omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now, it's important to mention that our omega salmon has been extracted from salmon fish from the Arctic region, where there's very little pollution. And they take the whole salmon fish and they crush it and they form the product. When you take our omega-3 salmon, one of the things that you get is that it lowers inflammation in your body by 68%. Now, inflammation can actually cause you to be unable to conceive because you find that when you have a lot of inflammation happening in your body, conceptions become very difficult. But some of the other benefits that you'll get is that it promotes youthful brain function. Remember, I said that the first cells of a fetus is actually the brain cells. And if you take omega salmon or omega-3 oils, you find that the brain cells of the child will be larger, and that kid will be very sharp in class. Yeah, they'll end up being very bright. It also thins blood, preventing blood clots, regulates hormonal imbalance, essential for egg fertilization and mobility, good for vaginal dryness. It helps fight against premenstrual tensions, enables regular menses, and you know that's very important if you're going to conceive. It stops cramps, depression, water retention, especially when you're pregnant, you don't to have swelling feet and that kind of. It can get already pregnant. It also boosts breast milk, excellent for rheumatism, osteoarthritis, abdominal pain, and weight loss. And also very good for dry skin. So that's omega salmon. Migraine headaches, if you've been suffering from migraine headaches, you are deficient in omega-3. And if you take omega-3 salmon, then you find that the pains and aches, whether it's arthritis, pains in your body, arthritic pains, whether it is migraine headaches, they'll be sorted out by omega salmon. Now, the next product is called multimineral and alfalfa. Now, the minerals in multimineral support for healthy cellular uptake. They actually enable cellular uptake of nutrients in your body and exports waste after metabolization. Now, it's free from preservatives. I can tell you, like multimineral, there's a lady I was dealing with, and she had conceived and she was expectant, but the baby had breached. Instead of turning, the baby breached. And the doctor told her, okay, fine, you have to undergo a section. I told her, okay, fine, it's okay what the doctor said, but don't be in a hurry. It was like a month or so, or two, before she was, no, it was a month before she was due. So I told her, just take multimineral and alfalfa. She was also taking other supplements from Neolife, but I emphasized a lot on multimineral. And amazingly, even a week before she was supposed to give birth, the doctor went and checked and said, oh, the baby has not turned, so this is definitely a cesarean section. But miraculously, the day she went to conceive, the baby had turned and she gave birth normally. So multimineral is an amazing, amazing product. One of the things that it does is that it also helps you to heal very, very fast. Even if you undergo a cesarean section and you're on multimineral, you heal very, very fast. And you'll find that even the scar disappears. So it's a very, very important product for ladies before, during, and even after a pregnancy. Now, it has many other benefits. It gives energy, vitality, balances your hormones, increases resistance to sick viruses. It has zinc, so zinc does a lot for you. It has calcium as well. Gives energy and vitality, reduces the fever. It helps you to deal with fever, protects you from fever, boosts sexual drive, restores stopped menses, fast recovery from childbirth, good for eye vision, menopause problem. So that is multimineral and alfalfa. Now we go to another very, very exciting product. Now this is a product that all ladies need. And ladies, you need to take this at least a minimum of twice a year. And the reason for that is that feminine herbal complex helps to balance your hormones. And we've looked at the various reasons for hormonal imbalance. And I must say, pollution is also a cause for hormonal imbalance. You might say you're eating very healthy, but so long as you're living in this planet and you're working in these car fumes and all these things, you're taking chlorine from water, maybe you live in an area where there are factories around, definitely you'll have hormonal imbalance. And that is why it is important to take feminine herbal. What are some of the benefits of feminine herbal? Reduces inflammation, relaxes muscle spasms, promotes vitality, supports normal female function, reduces excessive sweating. So that tells you it is good for menopause. When you're menopausal, it is good for a young girl who is going into puberty, reduces menstrual cycle irregularities, relieves mild depression, overcomes heavy menstrual flow, relieves irritability and anxiety, assists in excretion of excess fluid, reduces nervous tension, it relieves urine retention, it gives stamina and endurance, it reduces abdominal bloating, and it is also good for swollen fingers, ankles, and legs. It also aids weight loss and lowers blood pressure. So I've used this product a lot to help ladies deal with fibroids. I remember a case of certain principal, she was not a principal, she was a teacher, was about to be interdicted because of fibroids. They were bleeding and they were very, very embarrassing. And she took feminine herbal and they disappeared, totally disappeared. And she went back to work. So I've seen so many people have used feminine herbal with incredible results. I must mention that feminine herbal will prevent you from getting hormonal cancers like breast cancer, cervical cancer, and other hormonal cancers. Now, let's move on to another very exciting product, calcium magnesium. Now, calcium magnesium is important in your body, definitely for conception. And remember that a fetus is made of bones. A kid is born with a full skeletal structure. Now, if you don't have enough calcium in your body, if you're deficient in calcium, you cannot conceive a baby and take the baby full term. But if you have enough calcium, then you're able to develop, the baby develops nicely, gets a full skeletal structure, and you're able to deliver properly. I remember dealing with a case of a lady who could not, who was conceiving, and then within a few days, a few weeks, she would miscarry. And the doctors had told her, oh, you have a weak uterus, And I shared with her the whole program for fertility. She could not afford to buy everything. She only bought 2 products. She bought Calmag and she bought Omega Salmon. And that lady today has 3 children whom she has given birth to normally without cesarean section. And those are the only 2 products that they've ever taken from me throughout the years. But they have 3 kids to show. And when I meet the husband in town, he's always hugging me and telling me, oh man, you know, why it's not for you, I will not have children. And sometimes it can get to be a bit embarrassing, but it just shows you what the power of what these products can do for you. So what are some of the benefits of Calmag? Now, it reduces the risk of osteoporosis, promotes normal blood pressure, optimal nerve function and muscle function, promotes strong bones and teeth, reduction of symptoms of PMS, premenstrual syndrome. I know many ladies go through this, and my daughter, 2 of my daughters also had the same challenge of cramping during the monthly, during their menstrual cycle. And Feminine Herbal, together with Calmag, was able to sort them out very, very well. It also creates a strong uterus and reduces miscarriages. So calcium is very, very important, and it's one of the products that Neolife produces. Now, another product that is so critical for you, especially in terms of protecting you from hormonal problems like fibroids, hormonal cancers, and the like, is called Cruciferous Plus. Now, Cruciferous, like the name suggests, it crucifies cancer in your body. And it's interesting that the vegetables, the cruciferous vegetables that one is supposed to be taking at least once a day, when you cut them diagonally, you find that they have a cross in them. And probably that's where they got the name from, the cruciferous name from. We are talking about cabbages, we are talking about broccoli, just to mention a few. Now, what do cruciferous vegetables do for you? When you take cruciferous vegetables, they go and settle on the receptor sites where cancer usually develops. We are talking about the cervix, we are talking about the breasts, the prostate. So when you take cruciferous vegetables in plenty, they saturate that area. So you find that you'll never get prostate cancer, you'll not get breast cancer or cervical cancer and that kind of thing. And that is what Cruciferous Plus does for you. When you take our Cruciferous Plus, then you find that it actually settles on those receptor sites. Now, there's a research that was done a while back. I read it in one of the nutrition books, and they took a breast specimen with cancer cells, and they squeezed some broccoli juice on it, and they could actually see the broccoli juice eating on the cancer cells. So that's how powerful cruciferous vegetables are. Now, when you take our Cruciferous Plus, then you find that it combines several cruciferous vegetables, and that's why it does a very powerful job for you. So some of the benefits: lowers the risk of cancer, especially hormonal-related cancers, such as breast, prostate, and cancer of the uterus, cancer of the lungs and digestive tract. Lowers cholesterol levels, regulates immune system, relieves hot flashes, good for menstrual pains, irregular bowel syndrome, helps prevent fibroid formation in the womb, chronic bowel problems, excellent for fighting breast cancer, prevents prostate, I've said that, stops the conversion of good estrogen into bad estrogen. It also neutralizes toxins and harmful chemicals in the body. It also stops breast tenderness and sinusitis. Now, another product that is a powerhouse by itself is called garlic Helium complex. Now, garlic is a natural antibiotic. It's an antiviral, antifungal, and clears all sorts of infections, including STDs. One of the things that some people suffer from is that you find that you get all kinds of fungal infections in the body, and this can actually bring many, many problems. Some cases of blocked fallopian tubes can be due to clots in the body, blood clots. And garlic helium is able to clear clots in your body. It is recommended that you take enough garlic in your body so that you can avoid blood clots, which can be disastrous, especially if you get a clot in the wrong area. Now, other benefits of garlic cholesterol while increasing good cholesterol, anti-inflammatory action, especially in the case of arthritis. If somebody has arthritic pain and they take garlic helium, the pain just disappears. It helps relieve intestinal gas and flatulence, restores insulin in the body, anti-inflammatory effect. It reduces redness and swelling and pains in the tissues. Good for anemia, pneumonia, and prostate health. In fact, garlic worked so well for my dad for prostate. And he tells me that one of the key products that really sorted him out as far as his swollen prostate is concerned was garlic helium complex. So it's a product that we recommend highly to both men and women. Last but not least, we have vitamin E or wheat germ oil. Now, vitamin E over the years has been used as a fertility vitamin. And if you want to avoid any kind of abnormal development in your body, maybe you are preparing to get pregnant in future, then you definitely need to be taking vitamin E. And vitamin E will enable to sort out your reproductive system so that it becomes healthy and it helps the system to function the way God intended it to function. Now, some of the other benefits of vitamin E. Now, it's an antioxidant. It is useful for treating premenstrual syndrome, reduces scarring. It's a vitamin it's fat soluble, and it's an antioxidant which is fat soluble. It is whole food source. Now, it contains all the 8 members, all the E's, all the 8 members of the E family. That's our vitamin E. It promotes lung, colon, and immune function, helps increase oxygen content in blood. In fact, for sports people, if you want to have bursts of energy, then you need a lot of vitamin E because it takes the oxygen, convert it to energy. It helps for healthy blood circulation, controls blood thickness, prevents blood clots, and varicose veins. By the way, one thing I didn't mention is that garlic is also very good for clearing varicose veins. Promotes muscle strength, gives power, eliminates headaches, reduces cholesterol levels, supports healthy heart, prostate, and brain, fights against spontaneous miscarriages, abortion, and also uterine degeneration. Good for epilepsy, menopausal or aging spot, and also cold hands and feet. If you are suffering from cold hands and feet, then you need vitamin E. I can tell you, if you want to have a short labor period, then you need vitamin E. If you want your body to go back to normal, if you want your body to go back to the way it was after giving birth, then you need vitamin E. I can tell you, my kids, I have 4 beautiful girls, and my wife has never labored for more than an hour. In fact, the last 2 kids were born after only 20 minutes and 30 minutes of labor. And if you look at her today, you cannot tell she has 4 kids. She looks the same figure that I found her with when we were getting married is the same figure she has today. So if you want to look nice, if you want to go back to your sweet 16, then you need to get in some vitamin E. And it also helps your skin to glow. It makes you look very, very beautiful. So vitamin E is highly recommended. Now, the other thing that we have talked about is that the importance of doing a detox so that you can remove toxins from your body. And to do a detox, we have a whole detox program led by a product called BetaGuard, which cleanses your bloodstream. Then we have fiber tablets, we have stage 6. These actually cleanse the colon. And part of the detox is also garlic helium complex and multimineral. Those are the ones that forms the detox program. So if you've been trying to conceive and it's not working for you, stop everything, do a detox fast before you start any program. And then now go back and now start taking the supplements for ensuring that you conceive. And you'll find that your results will be much, much better. Now, when I talk about the program that I've talked about in terms of conceiving, it will also sort so many other issues in the body or that you might be facing: acne, pimples, rashes, things that are caused by hormonal imbalance will be sorted out by the program that I've actually just shared. Many ladies who come to me with skin, one of the products I recommend is Feminine Herbal Complex. And you find that when you deal with it from inside, then you find that it clears, it actually clears, and you find that the skin starts looking pretty good. Okay. Now, Neolife does not just sort out issues to do with fertility. We have so many other issues: bone health, stress management, weight management, heart health, diabetes, children health. We have also a fantastic home care range. We have home care products that are natural and organic. If you're using chemicals in your house in terms of cleaning utensils and showering and that kind of thing, and even the clothes you're wearing, you're using chemicals to wash, our cleaning products which have chemicals, that can also contribute to hormonal imbalance, which in turn can make you not conceive. So you might need to look at our natural and organic home care range of products that will actually enable you to live a totally organic lifestyle. Now, we also have Supergrow, which is a natural product that you use in your farm that doubles and triples your crop production. And this is all geared towards helping you avoid chemicals in your shamba. So those are the products of Neolife. I must mention here that if you're here and you're a guest, for example, you have a choice. You can either become a consumer, you can be buying directly from the person who invited you, or you can become a business builder, you can become a distributor and start doing this as a business. And that is why we always encourage, we all encourage you to become distributors. I became a distributor, and there are many benefits of being a distributor, including personal growth, leadership development, international travel. I've been able to travel a lot with Neolife. You retire healthy and active. You build lasting relationships and residual income. I mean, the benefits of Neolife are just amazing. Recently, we were in Tanzania, and we had a fantastic convention in Tanzania. And I can tell you next year, we are going to Turkey, and you can be part of the team that is going to Turkey. So if you're here and you're a guest, ask the person who invited you, how can I be a member of Neolife? How can I get these benefits? I don't just want to use the products. I know health is important, but you can also make some money out of it. But if you feel that's too much to become a member, buy the products from the person who invited you, and that will be okay as well. Now, as I finish my session, I want to invite a lady who came into our business. She's actually in my team, and she has a personal testimony about these products and how they have worked for her rather. So I don't know, Kafuyai, are you there? Damaris? Damaris, are you there? I need to, let me see. Okay, I seem to be, let me just see if I can get her. Kafuyai, okay, I've spotted her. Just give me a minute. Let me just make her a co-host so that she can be able to talk. Damaris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Fred. Yes, I can. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. So welcome. Please share your story.
Okay, let me just place you people here. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Kafuyai Wamae, or you can call me Kafu. And as Fred has told you, my story is about fertility. It is a story of despair and hope at the same time. So just to give you my story, in 2019, I wanted to settle down. So I had found the partner of my dreams, and we wanted to settle down and to start a family. So I realized I was having a hard time getting pregnant. We were trying and trying and trying, and nothing was happening. And what really alarmed me was the fact that my periods were also super irregular, super irregular. It could come for one day, it could come for a whole week, the whole 14 days I'll be flowing. It could come for maybe 3 days. It was just like that. So I was in and out of hospitals. And then when I wanted to get pregnant, I decided, let me go for a scan because I'm also having this irregular period. So I went for a scan, and I remember I kept changing hospitals the whole of 2019. I kept changing hospitals, hoping that I'll be given different diagnoses. So all the hospitals were telling me, you have cysts. So if I can explain to those of you who perhaps you have no idea what cysts are. So what was happening, let me just move you back a bit to demonstrate. This is how the female reproductive body looks like. So the ovaries, my ovaries were not releasing the egg, the ovum. So what happened, instead of it going and falling down, it was combining in the same place, and then they're maturing at the same time. So you can imagine several eggs maturing at the same time, they formed a lump. Now that lump is what we call a cyst. So in my ovary, there was a cyst. And then my tube, my fallopian tube was actually blocked, the left fallopian tube. So I kept changing hospitals, just hoping I'll get that one hospital that will give me a different results. And they're all telling me that what changed my life, yeah, something that I can never forget. I remember the last hospital I went to, the radiologist. So he was a young man, and I remember him so well in his white coat. And then he had my scans, my results. And out of curiosity, I told him, could you kindly explain to me what it's saying? He was so blunt. He told me, where is that, madam? That is, to translate it in English, he said, you cannot give birth. And if at all you will give birth, it will be very hard for you. It will take a miracle. Everything stopped. My world came to a halt. You know, I was 25 years old, and I'm being told I have fertility issues. I'm actually infertile. I have huge cysts, I have blocked tubes, and this guy is telling me the way I can never give birth. And I've been trying all these months with my partner. My world everything just stopped. Everything just phased out. I remember taking my results. I went to the car park. I cried. I cried. I cried like I was in mourning, like a loved one had died. I felt like, why is God punishing me? So it was a very hard time. And it was during that time, I remember I bumped into a friend of mine, and I was telling her my experiences, my hormonal issues. And then she suggested, why don't you try our products? You can try first the feminine herbal. So I got curious, and then I tried it. When I tried it, I noticed my periods were regular. And then she advised me, this is September 2019. I want you to be keen, September 2019. And remember, before this September 2019, I had tried everything. I had tried mitishamba, these herbs that looks like sawdust. I had tried these sanitary towels. They tell you it will pull out all the dirt from your ovaries. It will unclog you. I had tried everything. I was desperate. And it was during that time, you walk around the streets and you see everyone is pregnant. Everyone is pregnant, apart from me. That is the time that you open your Bible. The first thing you see the story of Sarah, or who you read, and she was barren. And you're like, oh my God, what is happening to me? So September 2019, I decided to do a detox. I decided to take a leap of faith. I will try these products, these new life products that she's bugging me with, because I had tried everything. Everyone was trying to sell me everything. And I was desperate. because I really wanted to have my own child. Everyone having baby showers, being congratulated, but what about me? And I felt everything was fine with me. So the only thing was these cysts that were constantly there, the irregular periods, hormonal imbalance, the blocked fallopian tube. So I took a 30-day detox on September 2019. My birthday is 30th September. I decided, let me do a 30-day detox. I did the detox. I used the products that Fred has mentioned. In the morning, I took Trianen, I took carotenoid, beta-GAD, garlic, omega-3, and multimineral with alfalfa. At night, I took my garlic and feminine herbal. So after the 30 days, I continued with the feminine herbal just to regulate my hormones. And I'm telling you, finally, it was my turn. Finally, it was my turn. God remembered me. I even have goosebumps just telling you this. And I believe, given the right environment, the body will always heal himself or herself. Your body will heal herself, given the right environment. The right environment is what we have been told right now by Fred. The right supplements, organic herbal supplement. Don't take synthetic, organic herbal supplements, exercise, be active. I did a 360 degrees life change. I was active, at least I'm walking. I used to walk from town to Nyayo, and then now I take a matatu. I used to be it was like survival for the fittest. So I did my detox September 2019, and I got pregnant March 2020. You don't know how happy I was. You don't know how happy I was. All these other months, I used to imagine that I'm pregnant, yet I'm just bloated. It's my periods. But this time it was real. It was real. Finally, I was so excited. Finally, I could hold my own child. Finally, this God that we hear finally remembered me. And remember, God will help you if you also help yourself. Do not take junk foods or just have an inactive lifestyle and expect that your body will respond. The female body is actually very sensitive. Give it the right environment and you will actually get the results that you desire. I gave birth November 2020 to my firstborn. And imagine, let me tell you something amazing. Even my gyna was shocked. My doctor was shocked. He said, I've never heard of someone who didn't have the periods come back before they could get pregnant again. This year, in April 2022, just the other day, I gave birth to my baby girl. Can you imagine? I gave birth to my baby girl. And this is someone who almost 4 hospitals were telling me the way I'm barren, I'm infertile, I can't give birth. I got tired of trying everything. I was desperate. You could sell me anything. But when I decided to give my body the right things, and I will always repeat, given the right environment, she will always heal herself. Your body will heal herself, and you'll carry your child. So as we are speaking right now, I'm 4 months. 4 months postpartum. I'm still glowing because I'm using my products, my feminine herbal. I've continued with my products. I'm glowing, as you can see. I don't look like I've just given birth some few months ago. And I'm a mommy of 2, a boy and a girl. And all this, truthfully, it wouldn't be possible if I hadn't given the New Life products a shot. Honestly, if I hadn't taken that leap of faith, and if I hadn't also done my own part, seriously, I don't think I could have my babies. I'll still be trying that sanitary towel to pull out the dirt. You know, people feed from desperation, but I gave it a try, and up to now, I swear by these products. I've been giving my baby, all my babies are on supplements, my whole house, everything. We're just New Life here. And that is my story. And I hope I've encouraged one of you ladies, if not all of you. And thank you so much, Fred, for the opportunity.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Damaris. That was a powerful, powerful session. I could just feel it. I could just walk the journey with you. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Now,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So you've heard the story of Damaris. Damaris is a manager in the business, going senior manager this month. And I know pretty soon she'll be a director. And I must say that I like her story. I just love her story. She forgot to mention what she does. She's a lawyer by profession, and she's one of the leaders in my team going places. She doesn't like talking about that part of life. But her story is powerful, it's moving. And for the guests out here, if you can't believe Damaris' story, well, I was deciding. I mean, that's a story that it just warms the heart of everybody. So guys, we've come to the end of our session. I can see Angao has her hand up. I think she's excited about that testimony. But we've come to the end of our session today. Let us share this knowledge with as many people as we can. This information is meant to, like we said, change people's lives. And the testimony that you've had is that, mute myself there, is a testimony that has worked for somebody. If it can work for her, it can also work for you. So don't be discouraged. Don't try to do it by yourself. You don't have to go through everything she went through. You don't have to try so many junk things. We have the real thing, the real deal that will actually help you to conceive normally without a problem. So we've come to the end of our session. This recording will be available later today so that you can be able to share it with your friends and your relatives. And let's meet again next week, same time, same place, where we talk about a different aspect of health. For those who are interested on the business side, tomorrow in the evening, we'll be having a business presentation with our leader from South Africa. Make a date, come and listen to how you can make money with these products. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Damaris, for actually sharing from the heart your personal story. We truly, truly appreciate it. And everybody else, have a restful evening. See you again next Sunday. And God bless you all. Thank you. And bye.